So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here, so we're going to run to with NFL news. So, per report, even with a loss today, Mike McDaniel's job will be safe per Cameron Wolfe. He's not in danger of being fired. Never a good thing either way when these reports are coming out week 2, week 1, 2, 3. These are not good reports. I just don't, the team I just don't think likes him. And he's going to get fired at some point, dude. He's getting fired at some point. When you have these reports in like week 2 or 3, if you don't improve, you're going to get fired. And he's going to get fired, dude. So, the NFL has said that the Eagles should have been called for the false starting on the tush push Sunday against the against those Chiefs. They are instructing officials to call these plays tight moving forward. They're still going to run it down every team's throat regardless. I mean, fuck, it's tough to stop anyway, so when they're false starting, it's even tougher. The NFL said they should have been called for false starting. I guess it's hard to see in live play, so I guess, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't see it live. In live play, but I don't know, I felt that's something you should see. Players being late to meetings and having disciplinary issues had long been an issue under Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel, but it only became a true issue once the team began losing, per a unnamed former Dolphins player. This is definitely probably Jalen Ramsey. Maybe it was a mistake to expect the guy whose whole personality screams gravity bomb to be a disciplinary head coach. This guy ain't disciplinary. He has no discipline as a coach. No shot, man. Packers tight end Tucker Kraft suffered a knee injury in practice today, according to Rap Sheet. The injury's not to believe serious, but it's kind of a situation worth monitoring. But I think he said he's okay. But I'm just getting through stuff from JPA Football first. So, former Dolphins cornerback Jalen Ramsey's behavior became a, end quote, drain on the team. Former teammates of Ramsey's admitted to him being late to practice and even leaving practice sometimes. It sounds like the head coach should get his shit together and Miami should adapt to culture. Seems like a culture issue as well. Antonio Pierce said that Tom Brady shared information with him last year when Brady became part owner of the franchise. Damn. So, former model Eileen Lopera has alleged in court documents that Stephon Diggs is the father of her 5-month-old baby, according to TMZ Sports. This comes after Cardi B's announcement that she is pregnant with Diggs' child. Oh, Jesus. Good Lord, man. This is going to be a clusterfuck. Some people around the league believe that Kirk Cousins is, end quote, is done as an NFL starter. The Falcons are currently not interested in trading him. Dude, he's going to pay like $100 million to like just sit on the sideline. Per report, Buccaneers star rookie Emeka Egbuka was not seen at practice. He's dealing with hip and groin injuries. So Greg Olsen, he says he wants to call top games, but he isn't rooting for Tom Brady's failure. You don't want to call top games? Of course. My success is not contingent on Tom's failure and vice versa. Yeah, I mean, you want to call the top games, but you're not going to root for somebody's failure. So Marvin Harrison Jr. with the Cardinals kind of got a lack of targets so far, but he says that's a silly conversation. We're 2-0. He doesn't care about the targets as long as the team is winning. Once the losses come, though, we're going to see that. But why'd they draft him if they're not going to give him many targets? I mean, it is a winner mentality, but you draft him that high, you got to give him targets, man. So, in response to Adam Schefter, Eagles left tackle Jordan Mailata says, I could give a fuck what Adam Schefter says, to be honest, and response to his call about the tush push. He also says, whichever announcer said it was a rugby play time, rugby play deserves jail time. A work of art. Yeah, man. Other teams can't cover it because they line up illegally. Saying an announcer of all people deserves jail time when you have Jalen Carter on your team is something. So, per your report, Commanders quarterback Jay Daniels' knee won't practice until Friday at the earliest, per head coach Dan Quinn, is trending towards Marcus Mariota getting a start against his old team. That could be interesting. So, per your report, Chargers veteran rusher Khalil Mack dislocated elbows, expected to return in a few weeks per rap sheet. All in all, this is good news considering how gruesome the injury initially looked. The Commanders are signing free agent outside linebacker Preston Smith. And Stephon Diggs and Cardi B announced that she is pregnant. So, congratulations there to Mr. Diggs. So, for the second straight day today, the 49ers listed QB Brock Purdy as a limited participant in practice due to his toe and left shoulder injuries. He was a limited participant yesterday, I believe, too. Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Waddle is listed as questionable for tonight, is active versus the Bills. For the second straight day today, the Vikings listed QB J.J. McCarthy as a did not practice. Carson Wentz is slated to start Sunday versus the Bengals. Tucker Kraft had a little scare like I was talking about, but another source said I think he'll be okay, so it's just a little scare. The Buccaneers will play starting offensive tackle Luke Goedeke and starting guard Cody Mauch on injured reserve. Goedeke will return this season, but Mauch will not return this season. Brock Purdy was on the field at the start of practice today for the second straight day today. Jay Daniels isn't practicing, which tells me Marcus Mariota is going to get the start Sunday. Cody Mauch, Bucs starting right guard, after season-ending knee injury Monday night, per source. Despite the injury, he finished the game, but he's out for the season. The Buccaneers, the Commanders' historic day for the franchise yesterday. The RFK vote officially passed the final approval for the DC return, and Kyle Shanahan said Brock Purdy has a chance to play Sunday. Justin Fields, Jets quarterback, has been ruled out of Sunday's game versus Tampa Bay due to his concussion. Tyrod Taylor will start. Raheem Moore has said cornerback A.J. Terrell Jr. is now week to week with a hamstring injury. Defensive tackle Ed Oliver and linebacker Matt Milano will be out for Thursday night's game versus the Dolphins tonight. Jaden Reed wound up undergoing surgery Tuesday on a broken clavicle and a Jones fracture in his left foot. Successful foot and clavicle surgery, thank you God. He's now out indefinitely. Patrick Mahomes turned 30 yesterday. Per Rappaport, Steelers interior offensive lineman Max Sharping suffered a knee injury during yesterday's practice, and it was significant. In fact, it was a torn ACL, and Max Sharping is out for the season. So, a loss there for the Steelers offensive line. Brian Dable says Andrew Thomas, the Giants left tackle, is doing well coming out of yesterday. He took a lot of reps and will take a lot of them again today, so it's a good sign. Joe Burrow is set for surgery on Friday if swelling allows, undergoing the procedure to repair his grade 3 turf toe. It's also possible he gets pushed a few days. He faces a 3-month recovery. Christian Gonzalez, the Patriots star corner, out since the preseason with hamstring injury, was set to practice yesterday. Darren Waller's been ruled out due to a hip injury. Shocker. So we're talking about wrestling news here. NFL portion took a bit. Tony Khan says maintaining family-friendly ticket prices has always been important to him. Says AEW has always been about being affordable for families. Yeah, that's nice, but your shows suck. Tony Khan says he's interested in running a huge event in the spring of 2027, as WWE will be holding WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia around that time of the year. This is on the AEW All Out Media call. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar set to open WrestlePalooza 2025 this Saturday, as announced on McAfee. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I would like to see John Cena in the main event, but I'm fine with the decision. They put no effort into the build. But I mean, I would like to see John Cena in the main event if he wrestled somebody else. Joe Hendry is expected internally to become a full-time WWE talent by the beginning of 2026 via John Elvis/SI Wrestling. Not really surprised. He's on really mostly on NXT, so this doesn't come as a surprise. Shawn Michaels says he considers his final match ever to be against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26. Will Ospreay has undergone successful neck surgery, and he's now on the road to recovery, so hopefully he gets better APP as soon as possible. AJ Lee, what we can expect for her return to the ring this Saturday. I'm unpredictable. I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm out there. I might go out there and braid her hair, might bite her in the face, we might four-way kick. What? Who knows what's going to happen? That's something. Nick Khan has announced that Italy will host a WWE pay-per-view in early 2026, probably like maybe near the beginning of 2026. Bret Hart says there's not a single Triple H match that he would consider as great. Damn. CM Punk calls WrestlePalooza a ridiculous name. I mean, he's not wrong. It kind of is a ridiculous name. But, I mean, they did come up with it in like 3 weeks, so. So let's talk about some NBA news. Trae Young, he went off on Patrick Beverley, asking how he played with the stars like LeBron, Giannis, and Kawhi and Harden. Yeah, you only made one conference finals. I win playing games on the road, and I'm ready to get the playoffs. You win playing games at home, and you're standing on the scoring table, and like it's a championship. I know you were labeled as a tough defender, a great defender, and the accolades say that you were, but I promise you, anytime you was on the court with me, I was never scared of you. I was never scared of Patty Bev. Damn, Trae Young's had enough. He's had enough, ladies and gentlemen. The Warriors may be a little reluctant to trade Jonathan Kuminga to Sacramento, partly because they fear he could become a star there. You won't trade him because you're afraid he will become a star, but you don't want him to be a star with you. The Warriors are retarded. The Heat are not discussing an Andrew Wiggins trade with the Lakers, and they are not interested in trading him at the moment, per Brett Siegel, NBA. Steve Kerr says fights are normal on NBA teams. There's usually 2 or 3 fights a year on our team. Yeah, they're probably all between Draymond Green. An anonymous member of the Clippers says Kawhi is a, end quote, nightmare, and that he's glad Kawhi's time with the team is coming to an end. He's a nightmare on the team? What? Amazon Sports Chief says it's in their mission to cover the NBA in a positive light. Jimmy Butler's reached out to the Warriors front office, and he's trying to understand exactly what their plan is. Oh, God. What's the plan? There is no plan, Jimmy. Sorry, man. There is no plan with this team. So ESPN, they are hiring Michael Malone full-time to join NBA Countdown per Awful Announcing. Or I don't know if they reported this, but still. Austin Reeves is expected to seek up to $35 million per year in his next contract, and the Spurs are among the teams interested in him. Take it with a grain of salt because it is per Anthony over in LA. Some people within the Clippers organization have grown frustrated with Kawhi's injuries and his lack of availability. And the Clippers are, quote, done building around Kawhi Leonard. Stephen A is now earning nearly $40 million per year. Jesus Christ. So Casey Mears to do not 1, not 2, but 3. To do the final 3 cup races of the season with the Garage 66 team. So, hope maybe they'll actually finish races this time. For Loudon weekend, I'll go over it again for the week. Friday, 12:30 mod practice, 2:45 mod qual, 405 FS2 P and Q, 50-minute practice all trucks, 0% chance of rain. Saturday, 9:15 on Flow the mod race, 12 on FS1 the truck race, 3 on True TV cut P and Q, 0% chance of rain. Sunday, 1:30 on USA pre-race, 2 on USA the cup race, 0% chance of rain. And your green flag times, 9:25 for the modifieds, 12:22 for trucks, and 2:05 for cups. That's your New Hampshire weekend. Roger Truth will be behind the wheel of the number 17 Hendrick Motorsports, number 17 Chevy in the NASCAR Xfinity Series for Kansas. Alex Bowman will have the same over-the-wall crew as last week, except the front tire changes back on Bowman's car. So JGR will defer the helm and pit crew suspension for 1 week, so he will have his regular crew for New Hampshire. They have 2 replacement crew members for Kansas and the Charlotte Road Course. I mean, yeah, you can do this. I don't know why people are surprised at this. Person made for New Hampshire cut 9 million and truck 782,000. Everybody's favorite driver said break hard on Twitter. Chris Wright has found his way back into the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Everybody's favorite driver, Chris Wright. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. But yeah, that's all to say for this news video. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Thanks, I'm out. Peace.